It's a very sad time that we live in, from the clothes we wear to the opinions that were given, and we've drifted so far from the Islamic state of mind. Half-fed the dunya, so we're spiritually blind. Well, hadith tell of a time where people will wear clothes covered from head to toe, but features will still show. Too tight shirts, too skinny jeans, and all other immodest things are the fixings to show that we're missing something special. Here, a mother begs God to wear hijab for now, while in other countries and towns, innocent women are stripped of these elegant crowns. Here, a father's words think about his only son, who fell in love with the dunya and will listen to no one. He tries to preach to his son the philosophy of modesty, but their advice is shunned. The young consider it an absurdity. His only wish is to see his son in a kufi and thobe, in the masjid making salat in those beautiful robes, but will his wish ever come true? Nobody knows. All they can do is make love because Allah is in control. As you can see, the modesty is absent in these two souls. It's like they're Muslim souls, they're jewelers, but they're missing their gold. They're missing something special. So the story goes, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting with his wife. They were simply reclining, discussing the issues of life, when the message came to him that he was to be visited by one Sahaba that could not see immediately. He told his wife that she must leave his presence. She said, "Why? Did you not hear your companion recite this?" Yet upon hearing this, he repeated his request, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed the rest. After all was said and done, and Aisha radiallahu anha returned, she asked her husband as to the nature of his decision so stern. Pay attention to the last part, a lesson can be learned. He said, "Oh Aisha, what you said was true, but you can still see him even though he can't see you." Basically, the poem just opens up with like a broad explanation of the state of modesty as Muslims right now, how far we've gone from the Islamic state of mind. Then the next part shows the example of a boy and a girl, their current situation, showing how modesty is affecting them, their family life, and so on. Then the poem goes on to explain that Muslims are like jewelers, and modesty is gold. But if the jeweler doesn't have anything to work with, what's a jeweler without gold or silver? And then it ends with a hadith that I personally thought was a good example of modesty, because the man was blind, but even though the Sahaba was blind, Prophet Muhammad still told his wife that she has to leave. Because even though he wouldn't be able to see her, she would still see him. So the sin would still go one way, even though it's not two way.